Welcome to Phase 1 of the Psychic Student Research Program. So my name is Sarah Soderlund, and I am the host of this experimental design experiment, if you will, and I'm basically doing it as grant research for the Parapsychological Association and other associations that work with or work on parapsychology research. And the first phase is very fun, though some of my students have said it was a little stressful and that it gave them a little anxiety. I hope that it will welcome you into the fun part of the research program, and that is doing cold readings. For those students who already feel that they have some psychic intuition or psychic sensitive abilities, it's an opportunity for you to anonymously test your abilities and, through anonymous surveys for the volunteers, to give feedback on how helpful, relevant, and accurate that information through their reading was. The cold reading process in Phase 1 is difficult for me because I'm only acting as a mediator, and that means that I cannot influence you in any way during the process. I simply am going to be providing you with a Word document that gives you a photo, a small picture of the individual, the volunteer, and it will include their first name and their last initial, nothing else. And what your assignment is to do whatever your process might be, to do a reading, a cold reading. You don't have any information other than their picture and their name, and you just go from there. I encourage you to write down dissociatively, just a streaming thought, anything that comes to you. And so normally I would insert a bunch of things here, but I can't. It's really about qualitative, quantitative type research that means I shouldn't and cannot be influencing you in any way. So I'm just going to leave it pretty open. It can be a few sentences, it can be a few pages, but simply do a Word document, cold readings, responses, and just they're going to be numbered for you, so just do person 1. You can write their name, you don't have to. Sometimes that is helpful for me when I'm organizing the information, but just write them out. They can be done in one setting, they can be done in many settings, but what I am asking you to do is to complete it in a 2-week time period. When your reading is finished, obviously the sooner you're done, the better for me. I give that reading to the individual, and then they are sent to an anonymous survey done online to measure the information and data that was given to them through the cold reading process. So as you can imagine, if I've got 10 psychic students doing cold readings, each volunteer to receive a psychic cold reading has to do 10 surveys. So they're really doing a lot of work for us in order to gather as much information as possible. But I don't want this to be stressful. I don't want this to cause you any anxiety. And ultimately, we're going to see how empowerment, validation, and the support of new learning strategies through the 10 phases helps to increase your accuracy, relevancy, and helpfulness to future cold readings that we do at the end. So take your time, relax, and finish the cold readings offered in Phase 1 of the Psychic Student Research Program. Good luck, and thanks.